So triceps, in case you didn't know, triceps for three, you've got three heads. So it's kind of weird. My anatomy app, I can't isolate the deepest head called your medial head, which is medial is the inner side, right? So there's the medial head. Okay. Then you have your outer or lateral head. And then, in my opinion, the most important head, the long head. So the long head, let's see if I could pull this away. Nope. Interesting. So it's buried by muscle, but the long head is the only one that crosses the shoulder joint, right? And will attach on the actual shoulder blade itself. So long head tricep does that. Long head bicep does that. So they're biarticular muscles, meaning they have actions on two joints, which means they both could deal with something called active insufficiency we've covered, where if you are shortening this muscle from both sides, right? So you're going to have, shoulder flexion, elbow extension, there's not going to be a ton of tension in the long head because it's overly short. It is most active in overhead movements. We're going to talk about this, but if you're going to do isolative tricep work, I think it should be only focused on the long head. We could talk about that. This is also very important for athletes I've discussed, especially throwing athletes, because it is a huge stabilizer of the shoulder. So it's going to do shoulder extension. So you can see here, it is one of the muscles you can see where it attached to the shoulder blade that does actual hyper extension going behind you, right? So that's going to be really important action to train. And then, of course, it's going to be doing elbow extension like everything else, but it is a major stabilizer of the shoulder girdle.
I see a PGA or a PJR.
Pullover.
I can't even get it out.
PJR. Love those, which I know you're not a fan of. So I love close grip bench and I love PGR.
Yep.
Then we have our lateral head. Its job is elbow extension and elbow extension and elbow extension. So this is your most visible, right? It's going to be getting hit on all press downs and all presses. So I personally don't waste my time trying to isolate this. I did, though, have some fun and filmed the quote unquote science-based optimal length and partial movement for each head. So we could show that and then show you which one I would worry about. And then lastly is this guy, the medial head, right? That's on the inner side. Again, elbow extension and elbow extension, right? And then just a fun fact, we have this little guy called your anconeus, which also helps with a little bit of elbow extension. So it's a little dude. So triceps are not the only thing that extend the elbow, but it's relatively weak and more doing lockout positions.